Hi, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be going through a modified belly breathing exercise called breathing behind the shield. If you're new here and you're dealing with pelvic pain, my philosophy is that for many people, emotional recovery is the real driver behind symptom reduction. This is how I was able to fully recover from the problem, and this is what this channel is all about. I think that for many people, including myself, this is not a problem you can just stretch your way out of. And that real recovery comes from doing work to create a healing environment in your brain and body. This is where symptom reduction happens at a deeper level, at least for me. I blog about this, I have other videos on my channel about it, so I'll get more into that at the end of this video. That being said, I do think that stretching and exercising are useful as a way to help support this emotional recovery. Now, if you're someone who's done a lot of stretching, maybe some physical therapy, and you've tried a bunch of things and you feel somewhat better, but you are looking for maybe different ways to try to reduce the pain and tension even further, this channel may really be useful for you. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and let's get into it. This breathing behind the shield exercise is going to be a 3-step process. So you may want to just do this along with me. If you want to put a little pillow or something under your head, that's fine. I'm just going to lay on the mat here and do it like this. The first step in the process is going to be to do deep belly breathing down into our groin. The second step of the process is to engage our abdominal muscles and create what we're going to call the shield. The third step is we're going to do the deep belly breathing, but we're going to be breathing behind the shield. And so what we're going to be doing is sending our breath behind our engaged abdominal muscles down through the pelvic floor. And we're going to add a strength component to this too. We're going to put one hand up on our chest and one hand on our belly, and we're going to do 3 breaths here. And what we want to experience is the left hand rising and the right hand feeling like it's pretty much staying still. So we've got our breath going down into the belly and deep into the groin. So let's just do 3 breaths like that to start. And I'm going to go in through the nose, out through the nose. So here we go. Two. Deep into the belly and down through the groin. We're going to left hand to raise. And the right hand to be still. Step 2 is we're going to engage our core now. And while we engage our core, we're going to add another element to this exercise, which is we're going to bring our fists up here and we're going to squeeze. With some tension here, kind of like a white knuckle grip or squeezing here. This is going to do a few things. It's going to add a little bit of stability, and it's going to engage our back muscles a little, but also it's going to force us to be aware of where the pelvic floor is. We're going to have to keep some tension here, but also we're going to be paying attention of the breath going underneath our engaged core and down into the pelvic floor. So we've got to have some tension here, but we've also got to stay completely relaxed down here. So this is a good brain activity to sort of just get a better sense of this part of our body and how to relax this part of the body while we're doing a little bit of work up here. So here's how we're going to do this. We're going to put our elbows to the sky, white knuckle grip here with our fists, and we're going to blow out through our mouth as if we're fogging up glass. We're going to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth as if we're fogging up glass. And as we do this, we're going to feel our core is going to engage. It's not going to be tight, but it's just going to be slightly engaged. So let's do this 3 times, in through the nose, out through the mouth like we're fogging up glass with this grip. Feel your abdominals just slightly engaging while you're breathing out. So that's step 2. Now we've created a shield. Step 3 is going to be we're going to breathe behind the shield. Hands up again, in through the nose, out through the nose. We want to send the breath now underneath our abdominals, which are slightly engaged, down through the pelvic floor. And what we want to be thinking as we do this is we always want our ribs to feel like they're moving down. Our ribs should feel like they're moving down on the in-breath and moving down on the out-breath. And what this is going to do is it's going to create sort of like a feeling of waves going in and out in this part of our body, almost like the tides. You're going to feel this rolling feeling here between the bottom of your rib cage and your pelvis. So let's do it together here. We're going to keep our elbows up to the sky, fists engaged, in through the nose, out through the nose, underneath the shield. Here we go. Just slightly engaged abdominals. And we'll do 10. So ribs down on the way in and ribs down on the way out. Now we should almost start feeling a sort of a circling kind of motion here. As we breathe in, the ribs go down. As we breathe out, the ribs go down. You start to feel a circular sort of wave motion here. It gives you a great stretch of the pelvic floor, gives you a great sense of control. We're forced to sort of have more control over what's going on in our pelvic area because we're keeping that totally relaxed. We've got a little bit of engagement here and we've got full engagement here. So it requires some control to be able to do this, and so I think it's a therapeutic activity. It's good for the brain. It's good for the relationship between the brain and the pelvic floor. If you watch my content, you'll see that's what it's all about for me. Getting a better sense of the pelvic floor in space and improving our relationship between the brain and the pelvic floor. So I know I'm interrupting here. Let's do 5 more. And engaged up here. If we want to, reset here, I'm going to do another fogging up the glass breath just to get my abdominals engaged here. So, feel the slight engagement. Now we're going to breathe under that shield. Do 4 more, in and out. Ribs moving down, get that wave feeling going. And that is breathing behind the shield. I would always start with this. I feel it's a great warm-up, calming the nervous system, giving yourself a little bit of a pelvic floor stretch, and then moving into the rest of your exercise routine. Thanks for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe so you can see new content when it comes out. And if you'd like to learn more about my method for fighting pelvic pain, you can go to visual-emotional-therapy.com. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.